gone.
Alright, boys and girls, so we're back with Mortal Shell, and today we're going to do something, we're going to try to fill up our crypt with some shells. So the really cool thing about the game, or one of the things that's like for me, is like, okay, we only have 4 shells, and you literally have to go get the shells, or find the shells. So we're going to start with the easiest one to get first, and then work our way up to the hardest one. So you basically have 4 different shells. You have Harrows that you start off with, who's like a balanced character, similar to like the knight character inside of Dark Souls. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have Teal. Teal's going to be the hardest character to get, and I'll show you why. So this character is kind of easy to get. I think this one is Eredrim, I think his name is. I'm not particularly sure, can't remember his actual name. But just in case you were wondering, you can go to these and kind of just look at the path to where they are. And so you can see automatically that's showing you a path, and then you see this character right there, and then boom, you can see the shell. So I'm gonna let you in on a little bit of something too that we're gonna kind of see here. Inside my inventory, you notice there's not a mask. If you die a number of times, I don't know how many number of times it is, but Sister Janessa will basically give you a mask that will allow you to teleport back to her. Now it's at the cost of your glimpse, which is in the bottom right hand corner. You can see one is tar, that's 390, and the other one is glimpse. It is sitting at 0. So you want to kind of do that with her. So we're gonna go get this one though because it's easy. Running over here into this tunnel. First things up, be careful of these spike traps, and we can grab a glimpse of futility. So that's cool. So something that I started when I was playing the game, something I started noticing is that the sounds for some of the places do sound off. But so this dude right here is Grishna. He's a boss fight, but I'm not gonna fight him. This is gonna be an easy way that we're gonna get it. You can literally run right past him, just like that. Break open this. And here goes a really weird part. I don't know how far these characters will follow you, but they will follow you for a certain amount of, some certain amount of segment of game, and it's kind of weird. But like if you go head back towards, the Fulgrim Tower, he won't follow you through that cave. Now, you don't have to worry about this dude. He's not quite like how the beta guy was. We're going to actually see that dude in another video when we get Teal. But he's still, probably dangerous or whatever, so you're still going to want to take him out. The only attack that they really have that's really, really concerning is when they jump on you and bite you. They can poison you as well, which is really annoying. Poison in this game is definitely annoying. But alas, we have a new shell. And so what I want to do is, you can see it says the shell is inhabited and that there's a unknown, it's an unknown shell because we don't have the name. What you need basically in order to know the names of the shells is you need 500 tar in order to get that. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the difference in how this one plays compared to Harrows. You can see, if you look down on the bottom, you can see that he has just as much stamina as Harrows, but he has more health. So that's cool if you need that or whatever. I don't particularly like the way this shell looks, but some people might. Kind of looks like his mask looks to me like like the Jim Carrey movie, The Mask. That's what it looks like to me. So Grishna is guarding this chest, which is kind of annoying because it does have, I think, a futility in it. So I'll show you how I got the chest, or how the best way to easiest get it is. I'm just going to lure Grishna into this cave. Get him to come, and I'll show you what I mean by how he won't come too far. See, he stops. In order to get him to come further, you're going to have to and this thing, you're going to have to go in the back. But then I'm just going to grab this chest. And I got a mechanical spike. And every time that I've played this now with Grisha, whatever his name is, Grisha, he's done that. He's got hung up once I kicked open the chest, which is kind of funny or whatever. We will come back and fight Krishna. And so let's go down here. Hey, I want to grab this welted cap. So in my last video, I said that these welted caps look like they were just respawn every time you die, but they don't. They actually have a timer on them. And if you look down at it, you can see that time gauge kind of refill back up. And it doesn't take very long or whatever. But yeah, so that's how you can regain those welted caps. Just make sure you come back to them. Alrighty, let's take out the rest of these dudes. I will have to say, combat is fairly easy in this game with these mobs. The mobs are more annoying than they are anything else. Nah, homie. The mobs are way more annoying than anything else, because if you notice, the mobs are kind of like, it's the same attack patterns, and it's just, I don't know, they just bring it up to me, I guess. So, we have 500 tar, thank God. And we have one glimpse. Oh, yay. And so we can come inside here and basically we can talk to Sister Janessa.
Sip this.
And she will give you this conversation to just sip the divine tar. It's that simple. And then the skill tree will open up here and you can just hold. And there we go.
Existence is a curious matter. The greatest triumph in the universe, gifted and squandered. I shan't make the same mistakes as my brother. When the moment comes, I'll exercise restraint.
So there you go. This is Solomon the Scholar that we've just unlocked, and you can see that so one thing I figured out is that they all basically have these same 3 major or minor skills. I don't really know how to take them since they're smaller than these, but if you look at them, they basically are all the same. They give you a new move, which is a powerful kick. They give you a result, the hardening in the air, and then they give you the ability to regain that ability to get back in your shell if you kill enough foes in between the last time. Solomon, however, has some pretty interesting skills. When talking to an NPC, Solomon gains a segment of resolve. This is a weird one with Solomon because there's not very many NPCs in the game. Then he has foresight. Solomon becomes familiar with items more quickly and gains a glimpse on reading lore for the first time. So that's pretty cool in terms of you trying to understand the familiarity with items, because you might want to just, switch in to Solomon so that way you can then, research the items and get them quicker. Then we have dominance. The duration of time enemies remain hardened when you are separated from Solomon is increased. There is an item later in the game that allows you to leave your shell at will. Resolve. When holding a sacred gland, Solomon gains 25 maximum health. When not holding a gland, Solomon gains 1 maximum resolve segment. That's pretty cool. Then Solomon has a chance to heal on using weapon ability to slay an enemy. That's really cool. And killing an enemy with an empowered repost has a chance to restore all resolve. That's really cool. Solomon gains a small amount of resolve when being struck while hardened. So Solomon's pretty cool. You can tell with this kind of skill, they kind of were, or the left side of the tree, you can kind of tell they were kind of going like the wise man right here. And so we basically have Solomon. Everybody's blade skills are still the same. So now that I'm inside of Solomon, this is kind of weird. Now that I've inhabited Solomon's shell, you can see Harros is kind of sitting there. And that's pretty much how you get Solomon. Stay tuned for the next video, and we will look at getting Aerodem and Teal. Alright guys, next time, peace.